Are you thinking of creating your own YouTube channel but are just not quite sure what to expect? In this video, I'll share with you my journey in creating my YouTube channel, RS Tech, chronicling things like how I made the decision to go ahead with the channel, what was the process I used to establish my niche for my channel. I'll talk about the activities that I went through in not only creating the channel, but maintaining the channel, and share with you some of the disappointments and accomplishments that I had along the way. And then that special moment when I was reinvigorated to keep going. And if you stick around to the end, I'll share with you the data from my first 4.5 months of having the YouTube channel RS Tech in operation. So if you're ready to get going, let's get at it. My name is Rick Smith, and as I mentioned before, I'm the creator of the YouTube channel RS Tech. I thought before we get going into my journey in creating my own channel, I'd just give you a brief background about who I am. I was a John Deere engineer and IT manager for 33 years before retiring in 2007. After that, I decided it was time to enjoy some of my passions, particularly travel, hiking and biking, and more specifically, videography, technology in general, and photography. Those are the kind of things that have been going on for the last 14 years. So what was it that caused me to decide to get into a YouTube channel? Well, I think the aha moment was early April or May, I can't remember exactly when. I decided, I got this wild hair to buy a drone. I've always wanted one, but I was just a little uncomfortable to spend the money, but I did it. And as I mentioned, being an engineer, I jumped into it with both feet, spent a lot of time practicing with it, and also decided that I better get my drone license, pilot's license, because the things I'd want to do are things that you can't do without having a UAV license. So I spent the next month, signed up for a class online to take the training for doing the license test. And in early July, I went out to a local facility here and did take the test. Proud to say I had 95% right, so I felt real good about that. And a couple of weeks later, I got my license. And as you can expect, it was Katie bar the door. I was out there flying the drone, trying to practice using those joysticks and zooming and all the things that come with flying a drone, let alone trying to take some good videos and photos with it. So as you can imagine, I accumulated a heck of a lot of videos, and they're on an external hard drive that I keep for all that kind of stuff. And after about a month of taking all those videos, I'm thinking, oh, what the heck am I going to do with all this stuff? So that was the point when after looking at YouTube for learning how to fly the drones and some of the drone videos that people had posted on YouTube, I thought, heck, I could do something like this. And so why not? And being the tech guy that I am, I jumped in and learned everything I could about what it takes to make a YouTube channel, what the things are that you should do to make it successful and stuff like that. Well, at that point, then I did create my channel. Basically went through the steps to name it and get it set up. And then I spent probably, the next month or two, a week or two, loading up many of the videos I had taken, not only from my drone practice flights, but previous vacations, special events that I videotaped for the school, sporting events, things like that. And I got those loaded up on YouTube, and I'm thinking, okay, here we go. And so I went to found the analytics page and thought, okay, now I can watch the number of views, and this will be easy to do. And 1 week went by, and then 2 weeks went by, and I may have had 10 views. And then next week, maybe 15 views. And in all honesty, I'm thinking, okay, this isn't like I expected it to be. So then I went back and looked into some more YouTube stuff, and again went back to this idea of niches and things that people would like to learn about and hear about. And I thought, okay, maybe my scope is too small. I videotaped local attractions and schools and events around here that, okay, only people in my town would like to enjoy. So maybe I need to expand what I'm videotaping to something that might be of more interest to folks. So I decided to go out one afternoon, and it was mid to late September, I think maybe early October, and there was a combine out in the field, of course, a John Deere combine. And I thought, well, heck, I'm going to get my drone out and I'm going to go up and videotape him harvesting soybeans. Well, okay, that's not a real big niche, but it'd be kind of cool to see that combine in action and the tractors and grain carts moving around the combine, taking the soybeans away. So I did that. And I went home and I took those video clips and put them together in a video. And then I even added a bit of music to it, which there's some free music that you can find on YouTube and other places. And I thought, well, okay, rather than just staring at a blank screen, I'll add some soothing music to it that, or maybe is farm related, and added that to the video. And then I went back and uploaded it. And then after many videos I've watched about things you should do with tags and your descriptions, etc., I did all those to the video and published it. Well, to my amazement, the next couple days, that video just exploded. And I still can't for the life of me explain why that happened. But I was very happy. I could finally see some views starting to add up on there. I think I even started getting some subscribers at that point. So that was kind of my aha moment for building my YouTube channel, in that I need to make sure I stay focused on my niche and how to share things that bigger crowds just than those in my local area would like to see. So then I went back and watched a whole bunch more YouTube channels, how to make your channels grow and all those kind of things. And one theme kept coming back and forth to me was your niche. What is your niche? Well, I started thinking about mine in more detail. And yeah, I said I wanted to do things that I enjoy, like traveling and hiking and videos taking and stuff like that. But one of the areas that I haven't really spend any time focusing on was my how-to interest, how to fix things around the house, how to fix things on the lawnmower or the snowblower, how to put smart devices in your house, how to repair your computer or fix something that's not working right. Why not start creating some of these how-to videos? And that at that point got me to the point of thinking, well, part of what I do is try to show people how simple it can be. So I came up with the catchphrase, as simple as that. And that really kind of sent me down a kind of a different track in my video creations, albeit a little bit different than just pointing and shooting a video camera. And so this was when my first anxiety point rolled in. I'm not one to be in front of cameras. This is very difficult for me. I have a terrible voice, so this isn't kind of my cup of tea, but I said, you know, you can do this. They're not going to focus on that as much as you do. Let's create some how-to videos and show people how they can do things, as simple as that. So my first thing was pick something simple. And I took something as simple as changing the air filter in our furnace. I set up a video camera. By the way, all I have is my iPhone. I've got a couple tripods. I finally bought a microphone to help on the audio part of it, but that's pretty much it. So it doesn't take much to get your channel going if you've got those bare essentials. But I ended up taking my iPhone and tripod to the basement, went down and set it up and kind of went through the steps to pull a filter out, figure out what filter to get, what types of filters there are, and then how to reinstall it. And then I sat down at the computer and started doing some video editing and put that all together in a video that I uploaded in YouTube. I did the same thing with how to shut down my irrigation system, the yard irrigation system in the fall, carrying my tripod and camera out to the boxes out there and walking through the procedures there, and did the same thing. Pulled that together using video editing tools online, and put my second one on. And then the third one, getting really gutsy with this thing, was how to get my snowblower ready for the winter. And this one took a lot more effort for me physically to do the different steps, put the video camera in places where you can see, and then actually pull that together in one video that made sense. So I changed tacks from my original point and shoot videos to doing how-to videos, got those all loaded up, and again followed some of the tips and techniques from YouTube videos on how to get more hits on your videos. And wouldn't you know it, I'm starting to get more and more views. And granted, I'm not hundreds a day type of thing, but I'm up into the thousands, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 hits, which I thought would have taken me 6 months to do. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm finally starting to see what the procedure is here on how to get people to want to come to my channel. Was even getting some subscribers. And I thought, okay, let's keep on with this tact. Well, as most YouTubers are, you go back and you keep looking at YouTube videos and how to create a good YouTube channel. And one thing I saw a lot of people doing was coming up with the top 10 tips or 5 things you should do to make your car the best, or your driveway shiny and workable type of thing. It's weird things that you wouldn't expect, but they come up with a number of things that they want to share with you about that subject and go through them. And I said, well, okay, I haven't done that yet, so let's give that a try. And so I decided to do one on my garage and shop. Now, just a little background there. We built a new home a couple of years ago, so we had a clean sheet of paper in creating our home. And of course, my focus, one of my focuses was to create a garage and a workshop that I really liked and could use functionally, and also have a place to store stuff and keep cars. So I thought, well, heck, why not create a video on that, talking about the top 8 tips to make your garage and workshop amazing. So once again, I got out my camera, and this one I basically positioned myself in the garage and talked through the 8 tips. And then also, as I also learned on YouTube videos, add some bonus tips or something at the end to keep people there. So I had a couple bonus tips, but talked through all those areas in my tips, and then added the bonus tips, and then took all those video clips back to my computer once again, hooked them all up, made sure I got rid of the dead space and the errors and all that kind of stuff. And then I learned a new thing on my videos is to go in and add pictures that come in over the top of my video speaking, which shows people more about the subject you're talking about while they're listening to you. And even threw in a couple of video clips on top of me, on top of my video, so they could see that while I was describing it. And created what I thought at the time was obviously better than anything I'd ever done in terms of video editing. But I thought, well, okay, this isn't too bad. It's not the best, but it's one step better than I was on my first couple. And went through the procedure again to upload the descriptions and putting the proper tags in, putting in a thumbnail that was enticing, all those good things you want to do when you're uploading your video to the YouTube channel, and posted that. Well, here's my next aha moment. Man, that thing exploded. I just could not believe it. Maybe now that I've had enough videos out there, there's more people that are seeing my videos, but because I was picking good keywords and putting in descriptions and things that the YouTube algorithm would pick up on, it was putting that video out in places that people would see it. At least that's what I'm thinking happened. And I'm still sitting here today. In the first 24 hours, I think, what was it, 600 hits or something like that, or 600 views that I got, which is probably 10 times the views I was getting in less than 24 hours. Just totally amazed me. But it was one of those things that gave me that confidence that, hey, I can do these things, and I can post things that are in my niche that I enjoy, but are also things that other people really enjoy learning about or watching and viewing on YouTube. So that's where I am today. And now I've gone back and I've tweaked some of the videos that I put on YouTube, and obviously improved the keywords. I've added thumbnails to every or most of the videos I have out there that it was appropriate to do. I made sure my keywords or tags were appropriate, and maybe even providing a wider viewing if somebody did a search on those, to help improve the hits on some of my previously posted views, which I think helped those as well too. So those are, in a nutshell, my activities in building my YouTube channel in the past 4.5 months. I started the 1st of July, essentially, with my YouTube channel, and here we are now in the middle of November of 2024. So how have I done in this first 4.5 months? Well, what I've done is gone back and looked at each month to show what the number of viewers and subscribers I have, and I'll just go through that real quick. So I started in July, more or less, and that was pretty much my basic drone videos and things like that, some local videos. I had 243 views that month and no subscribers. I moved on to August, and I added some travel videos in there that we had taken a trip to Canada, and I had some, I thought, really neat videos of Lake Superior area. If you've been to Duluth, there's some pretty neat stuff around there, just those kind of things, and put together some videos there of that trip and posted them on my channel. Well, in August, I doubled my viewership. I was up to 438 views for August, but still no subscribers. Along comes September, and by now I've gone back and tweaked a lot of my video descriptions and tags and those things. Plus, I've added some more videos of interest. I started getting into my how-to videos in September. And in September alone, I had 2,200 views with 5 subscribers, my first 5. Now we moved to October, and that was the big month. So I had all my how-to videos put out there, and then again, tweak some of the videos I had before with even some more tips, using artificial intelligence to tweak the descriptions that might be more enticing to the interests that I listed and the name of my video. And I don't know how much those things help, but in October, in October, I had 9,200 views alone and another 42 new subscribers. So, wow, things are really moving. And then I'm about halfway through November now. I just come out with this garage video, the 8 tips on making your garage amazing. And in the first, actually, to date in November, I've got 1,800 views, but I bet you 600 to 700 of those are just this last video I posted in the last couple of days. And I added another 14 subscribers. So if I add all those up for 4.5 months, I've got almost 14,000 views of my videos and 61 subscribers. Well, okay, so a lot of us do this to possibly get in the YouTube Partner Program to make some dollars. Well, I'm far from being qualified to make it into that. You've got to have 1 million views and 100 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers. So some big numbers that I'm not anywhere close to. But in my mind, I've gone basically doubled the first to second month, and then I 5 times that, and then I 5 times that again. So I'm doing something right to get viewership. May not be all the right things, but in 4 months and not knowing exactly what I was doing, I think I've come a long way. So what do you think? Is good, bad, or typical? Well, in my mind, here's my assessment of my 4 months. 6 things. I'm still a small fish. I'm not anywhere close to being someone that people log on to YouTube every day to go see what I'm doing. But I have learned a ton about how to attract viewers and how to set up your videos and your posting to be things that are attracted based on the YouTube algorithm. And that's their tool that they assess new videos and put them out there to people who are doing searches to help them find the kind of videos like I'm posting. The other thing I've learned a lot about is how to make videos. I could do some basic stuff of cutting and trimming and all that, but I've learned how to put in transitions, titles, pictures in pictures, all those things that I couldn't do before. And it was a little hard to do them at the beginning, but now it's getting pretty straightforward. So when I go to edit videos, it doesn't take nearly the time it did before. And as a matter of fact, I keep adding new techniques to it. So I think they're getting better as I go. So I've learned a lot in video editing and video taking. The other thing that I found is I think about this YouTube channel a lot. I walk every morning for about an hour, and I usually listen to a book, but now I've gotten to the point where I'm thinking about my next videos, what I could do, how I would explain it. I've even started listening to a YouTube audiobook that talks about things to make your YouTube channel better, and I listen to that too. So if you can, if you believe what you hear on YouTube, people that get into YouTube channels really become a bit obsessed with this. And I guess I can admit that this has consumed a lot of my thinking over the hours where I'm not consumed with something else. And I don't think that's a bad thing. It just means that's the engineer in me. I like to understand what I'm doing and do it right. And that's just part of it, is working it through in your brain. The other thing I can say is I am getting a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera. My voice still sucks, but that's nothing I can do about that. So if anything, I'm getting easier to be in front of cameras when I'm usually the one on the other side of the camera. And finally, I think, and this is probably the key to one of my goals, was I'm having fun with my niche. As I said, I spent a lot of time helping others with their tech problems, their computers, their smartphones, their smart TVs, all those kind of things. And I really enjoyed doing that. I did it for a lot of senior citizens, which was even more satisfying. But now people come to me and ask for help on different things, and I'm more than glad to give it to them. And I thought, why not do this on a bigger scale and do it through videos that I create, doing some of those how-to fixes. So I'm having some fun doing this. And so what would I tell you as someone looking to create your own YouTube channel? I'd say go for it. Just make sure that you have a focus that you want to get involved in, your niche, so to speak. Stay with that. Learn a lot by reading and listening to other people's YouTube channels. There's a ton of information out there. Try different things. Play with your video editing softwares. There's a lot of free ones out there. Some are easier than others, but after you play with them a while, take some videos, create your own edited videos, and you'll see how easy it can be once you get the right video footage to put in your shows. And again, the most important thing is enjoy what you're doing. I think if we stick to this long enough, it'll give us a lot of personal satisfaction, and who knows, maybe you and I will both make a few dollars doing this. Thanks for watching, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel, RS Tech. And if you've got any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the comments section of this video.